questions. All right.
Thank you very much. First of all, this whole evening seems to be about education in my left. And if you watched the GOP convention a few years ago, this reminds me of Clint Eastwood.
But given what the representatives have said, representative candidates have said, would the Cobb BOE be willing to look at passing a resolution to alter the over 62 exemption? And would they consider having means testing as part of this exemption? When it was started in the 70s, means testing was part of it.
Okay. Great question, and I'm not aware of a member of the Board of Education that would entertain that today. And one of the things that, and I've, I applaud what Mr. Parsons said here earlier, a couple of things. First of all, you have to look at the roadmap if something like that was to ever change. If the Board of Education, and this is a big if, was to do this, then you would have to go to the Cobb delegation, which is the senators and legislators within Cobb County. Each one of them would then have to say, please vote for me, I pledge to raise taxes on seniors. Okay. Then they would have to actually take that to the House and to the Senate, where it would actually require passage by 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, before it would then come to a ballot before Cobb County voters, who would have to approve that by a majority. That's the roadmap to make that change. The likelihood of it ever changing, candidly, is zero. It does cost this county a lot of money, but here's one of the reasons that I actually like the senior tax exemption. What the senior tax exemption has done is it has created a stabilizing force within Cobb County as far as property values is concerned. Seniors that would otherwise be driven out of their homes on fixed income because they could not afford to actually pay the increased property tax is a very real position. The other thing is, it's also a misnomer to suggest that no seniors pay senior property taxes. If you are a renter, you pay property tax through your rents. If you live in a senior care facility, you pay property taxes through your rents. If you own investment property, you pay property tax because the senior property tax exemption does not apply to your non-principal residents. So I think the likelihood of it ever changing is probably zero, because it literally is a constitutional amendment change and go through the process that I just described. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for being here. And I love getting in front of crowds like this. And the first and foremost thing is that I'm asking for your vote. And the primary will determine who your future Cobb County Board of Education 6th representative will be. I hope it will be me. I'm asking for your vote, and thank you very much for being here this evening.